The first card you have your past is the Five of Swords. Yes, horrible card. Okay, it's a little bit confusing. I think this happened a while ago. I think this was about a person. There are a lot of different things to this, different facets, different things that happened. You escaped someone. You definitely escaped. I'm getting this big feeling of, I need to escape. Big escape feelings. You did escape this. You escaped a person. Somebody else escaped them as well. That's what I'm seeing. Not just you, but someone else. And I'm also getting this feeling of you wanted to help someone. You felt as if you had to take care of someone. You had to protect someone. I'm getting this. Okay, so there's someone who comes across as a victim. They come across as a victim. The man in this card's very sneaky looking. So this person came across like that. I think you felt as if you had to help this person. And then I think as time went on, you realised it wasn't the way that you thought it was at all. I think this is quite a manipulative person, actually. You're well away from them now. It's a very old situation. They're around your energy now, though, I think. And the reason why that is, you might not know this, you probably don't. You're completely silent. They're feeling a silence coming from you. That's what I'm seeing. So, you're not talking to them, basically. You're not saying anything to them. You're keeping away, saying nothing, completely blank. And it's really bothering them. It's really getting to them. I keep on seeing this manipulation, and you're away from them and they can't get to you anymore. And it really bothers them. Yeah, they're becoming more and more isolated as well. That's what I'm getting, because there are these two men on this card. They're walking away, and so it's not just you that's walked away. Other people are walking away from them as well. So more people are finding out about what this person's like. So yeah, part of me feels a little bit sad for them, because it's a bit like they're wearing some kind of a mask and they feel as if they can't be themselves. That the only way they know how to operate is to do this kind of manipulating thing. It's kind of a chess game, if that makes sense. They can't kind of just meet someone and talk to them and see whether they like them and get to know them like normal people. It's kind of like, okay, how am I going to play this when they meet someone? How am I going to get what I want? If I say this, then I'll get that result. And if I say that, then they'll do that, or they won't do that. That's how they kind of relate to people. It's very strange, really terrible. You're well away from this person. I'm so glad you are. Sometimes you might try to analyze why they behave like this. Why did they think like this? Why did they do that? All of that kind of thing. Don't do that if that's what you're doing. There's absolutely no point in that. Their brain is completely, it sounds like I'm saying they're horrible, but well, they are. I wouldn't like to be around them, but anyway, so they're just completely different. They just think in a completely different way to you. So there'd be no point in you trying to work out why they did whatever they did, because it just wouldn't compute to you. You wouldn't understand it anyway. So just move on. Just don't worry about it. If it comes into your mind, oh yeah, I remember that time they did that and they said that. Why would they do that? That's so crazy, or that's horrible. I don't understand. Just say, okay, I'll never understand it. I'm just going to put my thoughts into something useful. So just try and do that. You're very strong as well. Very strong. And I think this situation might have, you might have thought to yourself, oh, I'm not as strong as I thought because, I was kind of brought into this situation. No, you are. So don't think that either. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a kind of a modelling thing here, kind of modelled. I don't know kind of what I want to do. It's that feeling. It's like, oh, my head's all kind of muddled. And I'm getting this kind of yes and then no, yes, no. Oh, will I do this? Will I not? Indecision, all of that kind of thing, backwards and forwards. It's like something was on your mind and you're going kind of go, will I do this or not? It's some kind of job thing, career thing, business, something to do with that, money, all of that kind of thing. These are pentacles, obviously. I'm also seeing traveling or moving or something like that. So I think you might have been offered some kind of an opportunity when you're around this person in the Five of Swords. It was a very good one. And I keep on getting this feeling of escape, the escape feeling so strong here. So maybe you said no to this because you had to focus on escaping. That might be what it was. You had to kind of ignore that or say no or whatever. They took over a lot. They took over your mind a lot, to the point where you couldn't really make decisions properly, and that's what was happening here. You're a really strong person, and you're quite laid back as well. But when you're around this person, you're very jumbled, very muddled. You couldn't quite work out what you had to do. You kind of couldn't make proper decisions because of this person. I'm seeing your head kind of spinning around like these coins. So if this makes sense to you, if you're still worrying about, I should have said yes to that job or that opportunity. I said no, I won't get that back again. You might be going through those kind of feelings. So if you are, I think you did the right thing at the right time, because you had to escape. And I think if you're focusing on this thing, you might not have even escaped. So that was the most important thing for you to do at that time. And I think also, if you had have said yes to this, your mind wouldn't have been in the right place for you to say yes, because you're very muddled in your mind. You wouldn't have been able to give them your best self. That's what I'm seeing. I think there are going to be more opportunities coming up for you. And when they do come, your mind will be in a much better place, and you'll be able to say yes to them. So don't worry about any of this. Don't think about this, second guess, I should say. Think about this over and over again. Don't worry about any of this now. You did the right thing. The best thing and the biggest priority you had was to escape from this, and you did that. That's what I'm seeing. So don't be hard on yourself. The last card you have your past is the Six of Cups. Yeah, I keep on seeing moving. So, maybe you've moved around a lot this year. I don't know. I am seeing a lot of that around you. I think your mind's moved around, shifted. I think you're definitely a lot more relaxed after escaping from this person and this horrible situation you're in. I think you still look back sometimes. You're not going back, though. I'm just looking at this big X on this card. It's saying no. It's a great big cross. You can't see it. I'll move it up so you can see. A big, big cross. And when they say that expression, it's set in stone, or they say it's not set in stone. Well, set in stone means once something's set in stone, you can't change it, you can't move it, you can't change the situation. This X is set in stone, literally, on this card. So you're not going to go back to this person ever again. So I'm really happy to see that. This is a really innocent, really sweet card. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. It might sound a little bit strange. You have someone, there's someone watching over you. They're keeping you very safe. They're hugging you. Yeah, it's so positive. It's beautiful. It's like a hug, a big, warm hug. It's very innocent. I'm always a bit afraid to say things like this because I'm worrying that people are going to be upset or whatever. But I'm getting a bit bolder. I'm saying a lot more of these things when I see them. So I'll tell you what I'm seeing. It feels like a child to me, and this is a very innocent card. There are children here. This feels like a child. I think this child is watching over you. They're very, very, very innocent. They're also wise at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense to you or not. They have very wise eyes. They might have looked at you and you might have thought, oh wow, they're very wise. I don't want to upset people. This is my problem. But if you do feel this, if you can relate to anything that I'm saying here, they want you to feel this hug. They want you to feel protected. They want you to know that they're watching out for you and they're protecting you. There's a lot of contentment. I don't think you have a lot of contentment around you now, but it's coming to you soon. A big light is going to come onto you, and you're going to have a lot of difficult problems, things that are going to be lifted from you. I think you might have been working extra hard lately. I'm seeing you it's quite dark, you're in a room, you might be working late or getting up early or something, a lot of stress around you as well. that's going to be lifted soon. You're going to feel a lot lighter, and you're going to feel this warmth and this hug. If you haven't already, you might have already. Yeah, you're hugged, and you're protected, and all of that. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling there. Okay, so I had to say that. Okay, so the first card you have for your present is the Nine of Cups. So look at this as well. Beautiful contentment. This card can be about that. Look at how content this man is. The other thing is, though, that I'm seeing here is that I'm getting this feeling of, oh, I'm not ready. It's a little bit like, if you look at this man, he's kind of sitting there and he's got this curtain behind him and we can't see what's behind the curtain. So it's a bit like, you know, when someone says, oh, I'm coming around in 5 minutes, and like, oh no, there's a big mess in my house. What am I going to do? Oh, where can I shove it? Behind this curtain or under the bed or something. It feels like that. And so he's hiding things because he feels like, I'm not ready for them, I'm not ready for this. So that's what I'm getting. I'm not ready. I think this might be a love connection that's around you, and it's like, this is too fast, maybe this is too soon, I don't feel ready. So there is love around you. You're going into this very, very carefully because you do feel like you're not ready. I think you might be going into this a little bit slower than someone else wants you to. They're not pressuring you, or they're not purposely pressuring you, but you are feeling a bit of pressure from them to move things a little bit faster than you are, I think. This is all really more about how you're feeling than what they're actually doing. Yeah, you still have a lot to sort out in your life, in your mind, in your feelings, because this thing that you got over, it might have been a while ago, but it was a huge thing. It was a big thing, and you have a lot to process still, I think. Because I was seeing you in the Five of Swords still thinking, why did they do that? So you still got that. And there are still some things you don't quite feel comfortable talking about. It might be about this ex, this old situation. I think they'd like you to open up a bit more than you are. That's what I'm getting. So, you know, just if you do feel pressure, just talk to them and say, look, I've been through a lot. I'm not quite ready to talk about this yet. It's not you. I will be at some time. So, you know, just let me go at my own pace. I want to take things slowly. Again, don't think it's about you. It's about me, and it's about what I've been through. It just takes me time to do this. I hope you understand this. So that's what I'm getting there. And I think they will understand that. And also, there's a little bit of, I think a part of you might not want to open up because you feel a little bit of shame or a little bit of blame, blaming yourself. It's like, I'm so strong. How did I let this happen to me? How did this happen? How did I even get into this situation? Don't blame yourself. Don't do that if that's what you're doing, because it's not your fault. This is a persuasive person. I'm seeing that in the Five of Swords. They're manipulative, and they've done this to other people. I'm seeing other people walking away from them. So it's not just you. And again, you don't have to share everything or anything if you don't want to, but just talk to them, I think, if you're having this, if you're feeling this. You don't have to tell anyone things that you're not ready to, so don't feel any pressure around that. Just explain it to them, and I think they will understand. You know, there's a lot of contentment, a lot of patience around this person, so I think they'll understand that. So just communicate that with them if that all resonates with you. Okay, so the next card you have for your present is the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so I think you've got this heavy situation that you're working. It might be your workplace or something, because I was seeing that in the Six of Cups. Working late, doing lots of work, feeling a bit bogged down, a bit slow. So I'm getting that feeling here, and then I'm getting things suddenly starting to speed up really quickly. So I think you've still got this on your mind, this work thing in the Two of Pentacles, this opportunity that you missed out on. You might be thinking, oh, I still missed out on that. Oh no, why did I say no? I really wish I was there doing that now. I'm in a better place now emotionally and physically, and if I only had that opportunity, life would be so much better. You might be thinking all those kinds of things. Now, I think there are some other things coming up for you. I was seeing that in that card as well. Now, I think what you need to do is, don't just kind of sit and work on the thing you're doing now, because I think you're spending a lot of time on that. And I know you probably need to. If you have to do long hours, if it's a necessity, that's absolutely fine. I'm not telling you to kind of give that up. That's not what I'm saying. But I think this opportunity might be more than one as well. There are a lot of wands here. It's going to come to you quite quickly. So you might feel as if you're not quite prepared, because I've still got that I'm not ready. That's what I'm seeing in the Nine of Cups, and I'm kind of seeing that a bit here as well. So get things ready for when the opportunity comes in. Update your CV, maybe do some extra study if you have time to, or do some voluntary work if that's whatever, I don't know, just whatever is around that industry, that area, that situation. Write an article about it and submit it, just so that they know when this opportunity comes up, you can say to them, oh, I'm still keeping this up. I know I'm doing this other job, but this is what I really want to do, because, I've been writing this article and I've been doing this and I've been volunteering and I've been whatever. So you've got something to show them that you've been doing, and they can see that. Because I think what's going to happen is, I am seeing talks, interviews, things. They're going to ask you a lot of things. And I want you to be ready, because what I'm getting is you've missed out on this thing in the Two of Pentacles, and I don't want you to miss out on this. So I just feel as if I have to tell you to get ready. So do what you can to get ready for when this comes up. And I don't usually talk about these things, but again, I'm getting a lot braver, so I'm starting to do more of this kind of thing. I think this opportunity is going to come in probably in around 2 or 3 months' time. So I know that seems a long way away, especially when you're kind of wishing it to come true, or you're thinking about this, wanting it to happen. But I think the time between now and then is going to go past quickly. So do the work you need to do to prepare, and also think about this last month. How quickly has that gone past? So it's these, the next few months are going to go past so quickly. So do the work that you can, prepare as much as you can. I think that's the message in that card, if that all resonates with you. All right, so the last card you have your presence, the Star. Yeah, so it's going to come in. Again, this is about take some preparation so that you can get to that big goal. Do the preparation and then you'll get there. Because a lot of the time when I see this, I see it a lot in this card, I see these little white stars around this big golden yellow one. The golden one is what you're hoping for. That's the big goal. And the little ones are like these steps, the preparation. So do these little steps of preparation. Do them now, because this woman can't see this now. She's got her back to it, so it's not in front of her now. She can't see this opportunity that's coming, but it's coming. It is coming. It's there. She just can't see it. So you can't see the opportunity. It's coming up ahead of you. So prepare now. Put the work in now, and then you'll be ready when it does come. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing with this card that you might need to have a little bit more time to yourself to sort out a lot of the things. Because, obviously this woman's by herself. She's very content. She's comfortable in her own skin. She feels fine with herself. All's fine. You weren't feeling like that in the Nine of Cups. You were like, oh, I'm not ready. And also in the Eight of Wands, I'm not ready. So you still have a lot to kind of unpack when it comes to this situation in the Five of Swords. You've got this person you left, very manipulative. You still have a little way to go to kind of process that and feel whole again, better again, at one again. So get some time to yourself and work through that yourself. I'm not saying, break up with anyone. I'm not saying get away from anyone. Yes, spend time with them, but make sure you have a lot of time to yourself as well to kind of process that. And then you'll be mentally ready and emotionally ready and physically ready for when this opportunity comes into you. You can't see it now, but it is coming. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so the first card you have for your future is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so here's this thing again. I'm seeing this opportunity again. I think you're going to have more than one. I was seeing that in the Eight of Wands, more than one opportunity coming. I think you've got a lot coming in, but I think you're going to narrow it down to two things. That's what I'm seeing. And you're not going to be sure which is the right thing. You're going to go backwards and forwards, because I'm just looking at this horse and he's kind of going up and down, and that's how you're going to be. You're going to go, oh, do I want this one or that one? Up and down, up and down. I don't know which one I want. So just know that you will eventually settle on one thing, and to be able to do that, though, again, you're going to have that time to yourself that I'm seeing in the Star card and the Four of Swords that I'm seeing under this. Rest, meditate, work through what's going on in your head, and I think when you do that, that's going to prepare you as well for when these two opportunities come up, because if you're rested, if you're prepared, if your mind's clear, then that's going to help you to make this decision between these two things. You won't be as up and down, up and down. You are going to be a bit, I think that's unavoidable. But, you know, if you are kind of struggling with these two things, first of all, don't rush into anything. Sit back, take your time, take some time out to yourself. Don't go around telling too many people about this, because everyone's going to have a different opinion on this, which one you should do and what you should do, and you'll be even more mixed up. So take it to yourself. Get somewhere, lie down, rest, think about this, and it'll come to you a lot quicker. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so yeah, the next card you have is the Four of Swords. So again, same thing, rest, relax, meditate if you can, do all of those things, be by yourself as much as you can to be able to get to this decision that you're going to have to make. And you will get to this decision, I'm seeing that. And I think that's a really good way to kind of come up with any conclusions that you need, any problems you have. If you learn this now as well, you might already do this, but if you're not doing this, learning this technique is going to help you with any other problems that come up with as well. And it's going to help you in this work, because you're going to have problems as you go along, and you know, you're going to be able to get a clear head, meditate, really think about things clearly. So same thing again, I don't really have to say much more about that card. It's really just kind of following on from everything else. The last card you have for your future is the Sun. See, so you are going to make the right decision. Here's the Sun. You are going to do this. Now, there's this big wall behind this child. So obviously, once you've had this time to yourself, that's going to give you the clarity, because the Sun can be clarity, shedding light on things. So you're going to get that, and then you're going to be able to make this decision, and you'll have the breakthrough. And at the other side, you've got this happiness and, you know, better things. So, okay, again, this is really interesting, because I'm getting the same feeling now that I was getting in the Six of Cups. So there's this beautiful warmth, beautiful light, filling you up, making you feel full, giving you a kind of a hug. So you're being led to this. This is what this person's doing. This is what this child who's watching over you, if that all makes sense to you, is doing for you. Lifting you out of that dark room where you're working overtime, lifting you up into this light, giving you this new opportunity, giving you the sun, giving you that beautiful warm hug that the sun gives you. You know, when you're out in the sun and you sit in the sun, it feels so warm on your back and beautiful. That's what this child wants to give you. That's what they want to show you. And there's a child on this card. So there we are. I don't have to say any more about that. It's absolutely beautiful. You're being watched over. You're being loved. You're being led to this. This is what I'm seeing in this reading. It's absolutely beautiful. So Aquarius,